Time now for our STOHD.com Diamond in the Rough, and it's Lake County closer Preston Guillemette. STOHD.com's Tony Lastorius says the 2009 ninth-round pick out of Arizona features a three-pitch mix. His fastball's 87 to 90, four-seamer, two good secondary offerings with his slider and splitter. What really makes him interesting is that the exaggerated over-the-top throwing motion he has allows him to hide the ball well, creates deception on all of his pitches. He's having an excellent year in Lake County, should continue to move up the minor league ladder and be in Kinston next year.
Yeah, for Preston, as long as he continues to pitch well, he's not overpowering, but I was fortunate enough to see this kid pitch in college. Had great college numbers, that's why the Indians took him in the ninth round. But for Preston, he just needs to continue to pitch, and he'll move up the ladder as long as he does that.
Another Arizona guy. Stanford loves those guys. Read more about Indians prospects every week on Minor Happenings on STOHD.com and in Tony's book listing, the 100 Top Tribe Prospects. And welcome back here to the show. I'm joined now by Ross Atkins. Yeah, Preston Guillemette, not a bad player down there, Lake County.
Yeah, good pick for the Diamond in the Rough.
Yeah, it sure is.
Good to be here.
Yeah, great to see you, Ross, as always. We always have so many players we want to talk about, so let's get to it. First up, Owen Dew, promoted from Mahoning Valley and having a nice year.
Yeah, it's great when players come in and make such a immediate, strong first impression, and he's certainly done that. He's sinker slider, puts the ball on the ground, extremely high ground balls, and has warranted a promotion in a relatively short period of time. So happy for him. That's obviously a very positive first year.
Well, Rush, you've got a lot of pitchers at the lower level right now that are doing a very good job. You know, you just get Giovanni Soto in a trade, and very promising kid from the left side. I mean, tell us a little bit about him, what you guys expect from him.
Yeah, he's been really impressive. He you know, throughout the course of 2010 has been dominant in the Midwest League. And, you know, our hitters, our staff saw him when he was on the other side of the field and actually had input in this acquisition. So they were very glad to see him put on our uniform. And he's immediately come in and has been comfortable and has been himself, has not tried to do too much, but he's a guy with an exceptional cutter, some life to a fastball that has some athleticism to him, and we think we can make some positive strides with his delivery as well. So some upside there, some youth there, and a lot to like what he's already done.
Yeah, outstanding numbers and only 19 years old. Talking hitting now, Kyle Bellows at Kinston. Seems that as the season's gone on, he just keeps improving month to month.
He's been unbelievable. He really has. He's been probably one of the best defenders in our system, and you could talk about maybe one of the best in minor league baseball at third base. He is really, every single instructor that goes through there, every staff member that sees him, our pro scouts that see him, the first thing they talk about is the ease he plays defense. It is a conversion for him as well, which is not easy. And then we like the athleticism to the swing, we like the shortness to the swing, and he's committed to an approach. In his first full season, he's been solid. So, but the defense is what has been absolutely outstanding.
Now, it's good to see you have position players, you have pitchers, you have a lot of depth now in the trades recently. You know, going and seeing kids like that, like Kyle, like Preston, like Owen Dew, tell us more a little bit about the younger guys that are coming through the system that you really expect to just flourish in the next couple of years that hopefully will get to Columbus in a year or two.
You know, from the trades, or you're talking from the trades? Yeah, there's you know, Jason Knapp's a guy that jumps out, and he's been absolutely dominant. He'll be pitching here in Lake County soon. He's been up to 99 miles an hour already, and coming off his rehab, he's striking out a very high percentage of the hitters that he faces, and it is the Arizona Summer League, but he's been unbelievable thus far. So I think he's the most exciting amongst those acquisitions, but you know, really the entire system, it has been a pretty positive year. And look at the offensive performance and the pitching performance at the upper levels right now. There's a lot to get excited about.
You know, one of the guys that talk about players acquired, Corey Kluber, that came over in the Westbrook deal. Here's a kid, Ross, that in the Texas League, and he's leading the league in strikeouts. That's a hitter's league down there. Comes up to Akron, has a couple of rough outings at first, but really had a nice one from this past Sunday. How good can this kid be?
Yeah, he's been, you know, he just threw yesterday, he threw the ball well. He's interesting. He brings to the table what we're looking for in a potential future starter. So he projects to be able to start and haul 200 innings in the major leagues, and how good he becomes is yet to be determined. But a very good slider. He has power to his fastball. He has a very repeatable delivery and a feel for a changeup. So I think the development of that third pitch and the command of his fastball will dictate how good he can be, but he's certainly got the ability to one day start in the major leagues.
Well, it's good to see. Hitting-wise now, we have some very good prospects at the Columbus level. Matt McBride has made a very good progress from AA to AAA this year. Talk a little bit about more and how close Matt is to being at the big league level.
You know what? He's been great. He's such a good story because he's a little bit of a throwback in that he's a warrior, he's a soldier. Anything you ask him to do, he's going to do it and do more. And you know, the challenges we've put in front of him have been strong. We asked him to catch early in his career, and then had a shoulder injury, had to work through that, and then was playing multiple positions, and now has played first base, he's played right, he's played left, and he just continued to hit. You know, every time someone has put a challenge in front of him, he's answered it. He's covering the outer half better, and the power numbers are there, and he's doing it at every level. So I think the health of his shoulder and getting back to 100% has allowed him to be a lot more consistent. And when he transitions in, as you know, will have a lot to do with the players that are around him and then his continued success. So, but he's definitely a major league caliber player.
Ross, great. Thanks so much for joining us here today, and let's do this again soon. Always great to talk to you.
All right, Al. Thank you.
You got it.
Thanks, Ross.
Ross Atkins joining us here with Indians Minor League Magazine. There's still more to come, though, on the show. We hope you stick around. As coming up, he's a player we've talked to every year since he signed with the Indians out of college. After a rocky 09 season, Jeremy Tice is making his move up the system now in Kinston. You'll meet him next.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.